Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here on the studio. Second time trying to record this fucking video. So pissed off right now. I was nearly done recording and then, you guys gotta be shitting me. I want to talk about some of the wrestling news. Four stories I wanted to talk about here for tonight. Episode 10, so sorry, my 10th episode of the wrestling news. Been a lot of wrestling news in the last few days. I want to talk about, first story I'd already gone over. Well, I just actually got the second story, not near the last. About halfway through. The viewership for NXT, the June 21st episode, it drew 637,000 viewers. It was up last week's. It was up from last week's number 612,000. The demo rating from 0.18 and the 1849 demographic is up from last week's 0.12. It's the highest demo number since October 2021. So good to see the NXT viewership going up a little bit compared to last week. So, yeah, good to see NXT went up a little bit. It was a decent show, to be honest. I just don't come on here and recap NXT because I just don't care for it. I just come on here to recap Raw, AEW, SmackDown, and pay-per-views. But NXT was a decent show. I mean, I watch it sometimes, but I just don't come on here and recap it. Next thing I'm talking about is this thing I was talking about. Dewey Foley exited from WWE. He's reportedly exited WWE, according to Mike Johnson at PW Insider. Dewey Foley recently left WWE, with one source saying his exit happened in late April. Johnson reports that Foley made the decision to leave the company. He was not cut. Dewey, the son of Mick Foley, was on the creative team at WWE creative team at one point and was the lead writer of 205 Live. Foley also appeared on the WWE Network series Holy Foley alongside the rest of the family. Foley remains active on social media and helps promote Mick's podcast, Foley is Pod. So, don't actually have any more information if they know, but, Mick Foley's son, Dewey Foley, departed from WWE. It wasn't a budget cut or anything, he just left, he exited. But, as it says, he still helps, promote, his dad's podcast, Holy Foley, or Foley Pod or whatever. Yeah, Foley is Pod. He was on the creative team. He was the lead writer of 205. I didn't know who Dewey Foley was until I saw this article from Fightful. So, yeah, interesting. Dewey Foley has departed. Apparently this happened in April. It's just now coming out. But, I mean, you could tell it probably was happening because I looked a few minutes ago, saw his social media. He's more active on there. Next thing I want to talk about is Cody Rhodes. It says a 9-month about his recovery. He said a 9-month recovery timetable is their plan. He says he has his own plan. So let's go into this article. Cody Rhodes knows what the expected timetable for his return is, but he is all about creating his own path. He wrestled with a torn pec, which we know, against Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell. He even had desires of wrestling Money in the Bank despite the injury, but another attack from Rollins will prevent that, and he had successful surgery shortly after the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Then it goes on to say, WWE announced that Cody Rhodes would be out for up to 9 months, but Cody Rhodes in his Instagram story revealed that he is once again working out and has no interest in sticking to the 9-month recovery table. He has his own goals. I've heard 9 months, that's their plan. I've never concerned myself with other people's projections. I've got my own. Let's finish, all of us. And he addressed it on his Instagram story. And we know why. Since returning to WWE, his goal has made it to be clear that he wants to be the undisputed champion. But I think they're just making it exaggerated with the 9 months to make a shocking return. But there's no way he's going to be out 9 months. He's even just said it himself. He's not satisfied with staying out 9 months. He's not staying out 9 months. He's going to be back for the Rumble. He's probably going to win it and go on to WrestleMania to defeat probably Seth Rollins. I would have him defeat Roman Reigns. Personally, I would have him defeat Roman instead, but it would make sense for him to beat Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins on Raw attacked him with the sledgehammer to his torn pec, and they would end the story of Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, with Cody Rhodes taking both titles from Seth Rollins and ending their story. So it makes sense, but I'd like to see him defeat Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns held the belt for a long time. So we'll see. But yeah, last thing want to talk about quickly is Buddy Matthews. Used to be WWE Buddy Murphy. He revealed he's dealing with a shoulder injury. Another AEW superstar with an injury. I know Allie, the bunny on AEW is injured. You have CM Punk's injured. Adam Cole was working through an injury. There's a lot of people injured. Buddy Murphy is powering through the pain. Currently 1/4 of the House of Black, Buddy Matthews has been finding his groove in AEW alongside Julia Hart, who's now in the House of Black with Malachi Black, Brody King and Malachi Black. 2 weeks ago, Matthews came up short against Pac in the first qualifier for the upcoming AEW All-Atlantic Championship 4-Way at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door for that pay-per-view. That should be a good pay-per-view. No cap. Now on Instagram, Matthews has revealed he's dealing with an injury that limits his shoulder movements. In the post, you can see that he's clearly continuing to work out. There's no specifics regarding the injury, how the injury happened, or whether or not he would be taking any time off from the injury. We wish Buddy a speedy recovery and will continue to monitor and update all news surrounding his injury. So, another AEW wrestler working through an injury. There's been a few of them. You've had Adam Cole. He was working through an injury. CM Punk had surgery. Adam Cole, you had another one of them was hurt. Bryan Danielson was hurt. Samoa Joe was hurt. Apparently now Matt Hardy is hurt. Apparently it was some type of knee injury. So now Matt Hardy is hurt. A lot of these AEW starts getting hurt, and people are like, oh, why does AEW keep signing these ex-WWE guys? This is why there's so many people getting injured, and that's the problem with WWE. Cody Rhodes gets injured, they panic because Randy Orton's supposed to face Roman Reigns, and then they panic because Randy Orton's hurt, and then they panic and Brock Lesnar. That's why you need to have a stacked roster. Because if one of your main eventers gets hurt, that's going to challenge Roman Reigns, possibly, or 2 of them, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. But apparently they didn't panic, but that just made it even worse when they already planned they were going to have Brock Lesnar return in advance. That makes it even worse. But at that point, I think they just panicked and just, Brock Lesnar. That's why you need to have a stacked roster, because injuries happen. So, yes, hopefully Buddy Matthews is okay. Speedy recovery to Buddy Matthews. So, yeah, that's it for the wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, Malcolm Light. Peace. Thank you for watching.